Hey guys, SeanB. Today let's talk about the new Necropolis hut and the best team for this dungeon and many other team variation as well. So Necropolis was upgraded into the Abyssal stage, and now the boss will steal one unit immediately during the boss stage. So you go into the boss, he will steal one unit immediately that has the highest attack power. So for most people with similar team setup, the boss will steal your a star or your hardest hitting twin or whatever has the highest attack stat to start the stage, and then it will steal probably this guy because he does the most damage to the boss. And then the imprisoned unit will gain a mini shield compared to the boss as well, so you have to do multi-hit to the imprisoned unit, but it's not too important. The most important thing is that he's gonna steal a unit right away. This is the best team right now for this dungeon. Let's go through the runes on each individual unit. So first we have the water cannon girl unawakened. Very important that she is unawakened because you don't want her to get the skill 3, you only want her to get the first 2 skill, and this one, if you can max the skill, that is very important because she will have extra chance to decrease enemy defense and she'll have lower cooldown as well. So the build is attack crit damage and attack violent shield. You can go violent revenge, that is also good, and you have damage on dark and you have some extra accuracy in the skill too. The boss has 50 resistance, okay, so you need about 35 accuracy for the most part. If you have none of the cannon girl, you can also use Lauren as well. The good old trusty Lauren on a violent revenge or triple revenge, same build as a cannon girl should be. You can also use this unit unawakened, of course, but because this unit has a guild leader skill compared to this unit with the dungeon leader skill, this one is superior. I have tried using both of them in the team and it is kind of redundant, not as good because they cannot do good damage on their own. So with them in the team, it's kind of dragging the team down. So one of them is enough. Next, we have the main damage dealer for the trash wave, okay? She does okay damage in the main boss, but mostly you want her skill 1 teaming up with the Inugamis to clear the trash wave very quickly. So attack crit damage, attack rare runes, unbelievable lexical. Only 200 crit damage, it's not even that good, okay? Damage on dark, or in this case, I have damage taken from dark minus 17% because when the boss steal her, and return her back to you, she's now left with only 50% HP, so she might die pretty much immediately. Or she can also die to her own damage in the trash wave, so having some extra HP on her is not a bad idea, or just having some extra shield set on the team to make sure that she doesn't just die immediately when she tries to do damage to the golem is very important. Next we have the Ikaru. Fight, shield, guard, whatever you have on the Ikaru, doesn't matter as long as you hit the 2400 defense requirement and you have some accuracy in skill 1 to defense break. That is all you need, okay? My boy actually skill up the Ikaru, but it's not important. Mainly you want Ikaru there to provide the team up, the defense break, and a little bit extra damage, but you don't need that. Next we have Rogue for the team up. This unit is going to be there to clear the trash wave. I have him on attack crit damage, and why is it on HP? Huh? Attack crit damage and attack. No wonder he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So that he can clear the trash wave for you and he will defense break the boss as well. So you have skill 1 accuracy on him, that'll be good. Once again, the boss doesn't have a whole lot of resistance, so some accuracy here and there and you are good to go. And the main damage dealer for the boss, Shaman. On Rage Will, high crit damage. I don't care what you put on these 2 slots, okay? As long as you have high damage, 85 crit rate, you're good to go. Skill 2 crit damage and damage on dark and first attack damage and crit damage as enemy have less or more HP. All the crit damage you can find, put on this unit, okay? I don't care what you have on these 2. Just high crit damage, 85 crit rate minimum, and you're good to go. So this is the team. Let's take a look at a quick run over here so I can demonstrate how the team works. So we have AoE defense break from this unit. She doesn't use skill 2 all the time. Her AI is not perfect, but for the most part, it is good enough. So if you miss the defense break here, you have the Ikaru to potentially give the defense break. And then the more damage you do, the faster you can clear the mid boss, okay? It will make a huge difference. So the more crit damage you have, the faster you run, obviously. because if you can kill the mid boss in one hit and you can kill the main boss in one hit, your runtime will improve significantly. But of course, most people would not have. Oh, there's the will rune right there. I was about to mention that later in the video, but that's why I have the will on the shaman. You can have will on Raok as well, because the Astar will potentially silence these units, and their ability are actually important in this boss. You want Rogue to team up, you want Shaman to use skill 2. So being silenced by a star is definitely not good. So if you can have Will on Rogue and your Shaman, I think it will improve the consistency of your runtime, because you really need them to do their skill, which is very important. So let's see how fast it is. Probably going to be a minute. So the runtime will be somewhere around a minute 13, 15, down to potentially a minute. There'll be some sub-minute run here and there, but it's actually not easy, because you need the cannon girl to always use the defense break skill. Like whenever you need it, you always need to one-shot the mid-boss, which sometimes is not exactly the most easy thing to do depending on the team-up situation. And here you also want to land the defense break on pretty much anything. And if Raok can violent proc to clear the trash wave very, very quickly, that's going to be the most optimal. And here, actually, I want, like when I think about it, I want a star to kind of die like in the middle of the run in the boss stage, because she doesn't really do a whole lot here. Breaking the shield, the cannon girl got that. Defense break, you need the Inugami. And as long as the shaman decide to use the skill 2, then the boss will die very, very quickly. But the problem is shaman has pretty garbage AI. So I think a star not dying is also okay, because a star damage is actually not bad. The Necro boss doesn't have like humongous HP like the other two bosses. It only has 200,000 HP, and a decent shaman can do anywhere from 150,000, a minute run, to like 180, 190,000. Maybe Sage Shizzle Shaman will do 200,000 damage easily with Godly Artifact. Okay, Artifact makes a huge difference, especially damage on Dark. So, what was I saying again? That's pretty much the team. Unfortunately, you need like an unawakened cannon girl. It's very annoying, okay? Because I don't have, like personally, I can't build this team. That's why I'm on Lexico account, because when I try to look for an unawakened cannon girl, I just don't have any. I use all of them for skill up, and I unfortunately don't have like an unused cannon girl. Like, oh my goodness, bro, going absolutely crazy. Oh, whoa. So right here, right, if your shaman can kill the boss immediately, it will improve your runtime significantly. But here I have 240 crit damage. That is like way beyond an average player crit damage build. So only like the end game player can one-shot the boss from almost 100 to 0. But for an average player, you will have to settle down with like a minute 20, a minute 30, because there's really no way to reduce the runtime due to the boss taking a unit of your team and wasting a lot of time attacking you. That is very annoying. So that is the team for this dungeon. You might have many questions at this moment. So what about Twin? We're gonna do that on my account. But what about putting Twin in here? So I've tried this combination, okay? I have put in a Rage build Deva, a Rage build Sabrina. Not faster at all, like not at all, because you don't have the star to clear the trash wave very fast. So that's gonna suck real bad. I have also tried this variation with this unit on Rage build as well, and it is also not as good, because you have 2 defense breaker, but you have less damage, less team up, and during the boss stage, you need this unit to have this skill available all the time. And somehow with more multi-hit, it was slower. With Ikaru, it was consistently faster compared to having one extra like heavy multi-hitter in there. So you actually don't need this extra unit, but Ikaru is gonna do a much better job here. I think using a Violent Revenge Panda is gonna be very decent as well, because you can provide more defense break, and with a counter buff, I think he's gonna do an amazing job to keep the shield down for you, because not many people can actually have this unit lineup. So any sort of multi-hit in the last slot is gonna be absolutely amazing for this team. So because I don't have an unawakened water cannon girl, I have to use my twin. Okay, so this is another variation, and I have to say that more free-to-play friendly team is actually better. So in this team, I have my Talia decked out with Fat Rage Will, attack with damage attack. You don't need the will runes, okay? Rage is gonna be enough. And we have Sabrina also with a violent and high crit damage, high attack build as well. We have a Shaman that is obese with 270 crit damage. We have a Star for some damage, some fluff damage, and some multi-hit in there. And lastly, we also have Shina on an attack with damage, violent build too. So let's see how a twin variation will perform in this dungeon. So we have AoE damage here, and then we're just gonna clear this very, very quickly with a lot of damage. But this team actually doesn't have a whole lot of multi-hit in the boss stage. And I gotta say, watching the Shaman not using skill 2 is just very, very depressing. I don't know what to say. And Shina doesn't do the AoE skill all the time as well, compared to the AoE defense break coming out from the Unawakened Water Cannon Girl. It just it's just kind of sad to watch. And if you use a normal Water Cannon Girl, it's just like garbage because the skill 3 doesn't do anything for the team. So that's pretty sad. Okay, that is actually pretty sad. Watching the Awakened Cannon Girl not doing so well in this dungeon. Okay, so we have the multi-hit from the twin. If we violent proc and get the defense break in, it's like really, really good. But watch the, oh, he actually used his skill. So when a Shaman decides to use the skill properly, it's really, really good. But because there's no team up coming out from any Inugami, we don't have that skill available immediately. But the twin damage is actually really, really good. So maybe we get like a minute-ish run, like a minute 12. My fastest for the entire afternoon is only a minute and 3 seconds. It's not even sub 1 minute. I'm so sad. It's not even sub 1 minute. I try using a 4th twin in there, and it is not better. I try using Deva in the slot of a star, and it doesn't make a huge difference right here because I don't know. It just doesn't make a huge difference from what I can see. I even line up Deva to move right after Shina so that we have 2 AoE damage unit moving right after one another to clear the wave even faster. But somehow in the boss stage, it's just not as good because you don't have the Shaman skill back to back. So you can't consistently kill the boss. So that is quite a problem. So maybe the Inugami team is actually better after all. and these units, oh my god, I put so many runes on them and so many good runes on them, and they can barely compete with like a free-to-play-ish team. It's so sad. Like, they have such good runes, and I feel like sometimes the Tala do so much damage. Like, the Shaman's kind of useless over there, using the skill for like nothing. It is kind of annoying. So maybe I should take the Shaman now and just put twins only, because I don't need the Shaman damage at all. So this is the twin version, and I gotta say it's kind of shit. Not gonna lie. So what is your Necro team? Let us know in the comment section down below so that we can all learn from the best team possible. But these are the 2 teams I've been playing around with, and these are the results of the team. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hate this dungeon. God damn it, I don't have Unawakened Water Cannon Girl. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.